another typical day at the office. I think I'll just lay right down here. Not a care less in the world. I was hoping for it to be sunny. Gee, I wonder. I don't know, maybe to hack and slash up. Yeah, never a good moment. Is there any clubs around here? Boy, this is worse than... yeah, this is definitely worse than my uncle's restaurant. Derelict, rundown. And nobody to really help. Oh, boo-hoo-hoo. Hey, YouTubers. How you doing? This is Layla. Yes, another fun-filled day on Dark Souls 3. Just letting everybody know that actually, I know many of my videos as of late haven't been posted with personal issues, but want to tell you a funny little story. In the past month, I've been dealing with personal issues, and well, let's just say things have not been going very well. Of course, you know, right now I'm being lazy right now in Dark Souls 3. You know, enjoying my fun moment. Not really doing any new game pluses, considering the fact that, you know, why go through the challenges again? I know some are like, yeah, do it, you know, for fun or whatever. However, it's one of those things, you know, just want to chill. I'm too lazy to make another new game. You know, so I'm just gonna sit here at the fire, the kiln, the first kiln, the flame of the kiln, or flame of the first kiln. I know my pronunciations, everything are so messed up right now, but I am actually just, you know, bored, as you can tell. I just don't feel like doing any new game pluses or anything like that, and a little disappointed that this DLC, The Ring City, was actually the last DLC Dark Souls is ever making. I know some of you are probably out there now, so many Dark Souls fans are either playing the second one, or going back to rehashing to the first, or guiding themselves into Neo. Unfortunately, I can never really get into Neo. I've been a Dark Souls person for a very long time. Not so much with the Demon Souls. Never really played Demon Souls. I heard it was really tough. And I'm actually making a special thanks to a special friend of mine who, as of recent, or I shouldn't say recent, about a couple of years ago, I'm actually saying thanks to my dad who had passed, and to somebody I hold near and dear who is no longer with us anymore. Of course, you know, I'm not making this all about anybody. I'm just doing it for, I shouldn't say I'm really not, but I am. And eventually you'll be seeing me more on live streaming. Yeah, anyways, I'm using Shira's outfit. I know it's a change up. Normally I would, you know, this is a pyromancer, but I got a little creative and started tinkering around by taking my pyromancer and doing a, what they call a multi-role based caster. similar to my knight in Dark Souls 2. However, with that being said, I am now at that point where, you know, nothing's really going on. I think today, I know I'm being a lazy little one, but things have been, like I said, been going. So, without further ado, I think what I'm going to do today, undead matches, I don't do PvPing very much. I actually like to help people out, you know, with their games, you know, earn medals and stuff. I already maxed out the Covenant, the Sunlight Covenant. I've started the Rosaria's Bedchambers, but, like I said, I only PvP with my friends, being part of the Dark Souls community, joining up with numerous people. I'm on 2 different Dark Souls community. I'm on the American Dark Souls community and the Italian Dark Souls community. Reason being is I like to see what other Dark Soul gamers say as far as like who they have problems with, or, you know, boss wise, or even like PvP. There are people who will actually, you know, would want me to help them, or I join them to help them. But nonetheless, I don't have any issues with helping people. Like I said, I've done a couple of PvP rounds. Kinda not doing very much as far as that goes. I mean, I do PvP, but I don't base videos off PvP. I know some people do it on YouTube. They show PvPers and stuff like that. You know, and I give them a lot of kudos. You know, it's not something, you know, to me PvP is not everybody's thing. I know there's some of you who want to do the campaign, and there's some of you who PvP for the souls, and, you know, and get the kill count up. Me, nowhere, anywhere in that spectrum. But given the fact of everything, yeah. But, as a matter of fact, I am about to go to Philnor's Rest. Gonna see if I want to really do any boss fights, or just scope out the place. I mean, like I said, I've beaten mostly everything in the DLC. You have to kind of excuse me, I've been kind of feeling a little bit under the weather, but it's really not feeling under the weather. It's just the fact that I got allergies. But yeah, matter of fact, that's where I'm going. You know, and in all fairness, it's not too bad. You know, like I said, there's been a lot of things that have been happening, and, well, needless to say, it's been a roller coaster ride. Well, here I am, Philnor's Rest, the Ring City. And what I find very interesting, when I did this, now, I'll show you something funny. It never happened to me. How I got Shira's armor was just a pure luck. The reason why I'm saying that is over here, which some of you dark, there is a person that gets summoned over here. Now, when this person gets summoned, you're supposed to go way back over here, and Shira is supposed to spawn right behind you. Well, for me, I didn't have to deal with Shira. Now, the funny thing is how I didn't deal with her was the fact that I didn't talk to her in the DLC. I just pretty much went through the DLC itself. on its own accord. Now, a lot of things that drop, a lot of things that, are good and everything else, I won't say good and holy because that's not something I would really say. I'm, for one, not really a holy person, so. But ironically enough, I've actually had things in the past. Oh, of course, I didn't want to drink the Estus. I meant to go pick out my summon sign, and let's see if anybody picks me up, which I kind of highly doubt, but you never know. But eventually soon, you will see me, or the actual picture of me rather than my gamer picture. Eventually I'll be getting a webcam. I am going to be changing some things on YouTube so y'all can see me game. And you can see me live on televised rather than just my avatar picture. I bet some of you are wondering, what do I look like? Well, my former videos, which was taken in the winter time, they were done, but they were done not primarily on gaming. And, I know sometimes I have to apologize to the fellow YouTubers or people who have subscribed to me. Like I said, I'm not very much talkative, but it's funny, like, I know I'm not talkative as much, but I love to help people out. I sometimes do talk to others, whether if I'm in a party or not. But other than that, yeah, just waiting around here, like, nothing new, nothing exciting. As you can tell right now, I'm not really armed until at least I get summoned. But very rarely. I mean, ultimately, I don't get invaded a lot, which is a good thing. I've only gotten invaded maybe, I guess, a couple times in my playthrough of Dark Souls 3. I mean, I've invaded other worlds, yeah, lost in some of those. And, I don't do it anymore. I just don't, I'm not, like, I used to PvP a lot in Dark Souls 2. But as, the time, was getting kind of boring and there was nothing really to accomplish very much with the PvP, only because some of the covenants, or a covenant or two, I've actually maxed out, and it got to the point where I almost didn't need it anymore. And yeah, so it's been, I know, like, I'm watching the time on the clock, on my channel, but it also is now 16 minutes into my YouTube channel, and I've been waiting around here like a complete known idiot, waiting for someone to summon me. However, none of my friends are on, so I can't really help them. Eventually, once my friends are back on, I'll do more live trailing casting of them and myself. Normally, excuse me, normally I don't normally I don't do very much, as far as that goes. In case if some of you are wondering, I've always had the questions asked, and to shed a light on a subject. I know it's like, I know the title is Lazy Layla, but the truth of the matter is there's not many trans women gamers. I mean I'm one of 5 of my friends who actually will game, and I wanted to bring a powerful message that regardless of what has happened. Like, after about a couple of videos, I decided that I think it was time to know, when you're transgender and you're video gaming, different perspective. But the thing is, it doesn't matter whether if you're a video gamer, or you're playing Dark Souls 3 like I am. It always, we all game. It doesn't matter. I know it's kind of a random thing, but I wanted to put it out there that we all have, certain traits that we love to do, and my passion was video gaming when I was a kid. Hence the word Dark Souls 3 being, Dark Souls 2 and 3 being the ones I've actually enjoyed the most. I know there's not many people, but I kind of want to put it out there. And, this is something that I had to overcome for many, many years. As not so much as a gamer girl, but also to bring it to light, bring things to a happy end for me. I don't see it very much. And the other thing is I know that many people do subscribe. If you subscribe. If not, I wish you the best of luck. So, pretty much is like anything. But yeah, being lazy Layla right now is because of the fact that, I've helped out a certain select few of people, at boss fights and stuff, and because I'm moving my character around, it's like kind of like the thing to do to keep me kind of occupied. It's like I said, regardless if someone's a girl gamer or a guy gamer or transgender who's a gamer or anybody who is a gamer, period. What I'm saying is that we all have, we're all born, as equally human, and, always good to help one another out. It doesn't matter who it is. And I want to deliver this powerful message, sorta, but it's just not, I prefer that, like, when I usually I game, I keep quiet because I try to keep the peace. I don't try to let people on, and and sometimes like there's people who don't realize it, and sometimes you have to kind of show them, or you have to tell them. I mean, I'm not going to talk much about politics. I'm not going to talk about religion. I'm not going to talk about, the stuff which is really stupid. I mean, I always, what I'm really trying to get at is the equality. And, and I want to put it out there. Just, game happy, help one another out, and just, no rhetoric, no nothing. Just help each other out, in game or in real life. It doesn't matter. Not many people would agree with me, but hey, you have to start somewhere, and you gotta help somebody somehow. In game or in real life. Hell, even in Dark Souls 3 or Dark Souls 2 or Call of Duty or something, just to get, some kind of good rep for yourself. Anyways, but that's pretty much it. That's all I wanted to say, and that's pretty much it. And, you know, it's always nice to share my podcast out there, whoever's gonna watch or whoever doesn't. But, you know, like, to me, Dark Souls 3 is like an office. It's kind of like my job. My office, my job, you know, stuff like that. Maybe I'll try to put my summon sign down again. It'll probably be a little bit easier. But, I mean, if you really want to hear me talk the entire gaming, I mean, the only thing I can do is make maybe commentary stuff. But yeah, it's you know, I mean, I'm just a gamer girl. That's all I gotta say. You know, and that's how I am. That's how I roll. So, I know this video is going to be a lot shorter than most. And, so, as anything, it's nice to welcome everybody who's just, trying to subscribe to my channel or watching my video. And, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So, for now, I am going to bid farewell. And, I'm hoping you guys get to see me again soon. And I'll talk to you then. Bye-bye for now.